Welcome to Coffee Talk. I am your host, MISHUMA SABA, M.SABA, and this is our Cultural Variety Podcast. Stay tuned. Peace. And welcome to Coffee Talk Podcast, the Cultural Variety Podcast Show. And I am your host, MISHUMA SABA, M.SABA. And this is our Cultural Variety Podcast Show. Peace, and greetings to y'all. Welcome. How are y'all doing today? It's a beautiful day today. It's a beautiful day for Coffee Talk in general because we love to pay our respects to our ancestors, to our heroes. Give me one moment. I'm having a little bit of difficulty, but we can get it together. But this is Coffee Talk Podcast, and it's a beautiful day because we're giving homage to no other than Martin Luther King. Throughout the country, people have celebrated his birthday, which was Sunday, January 15th, and then it's the honorary day, which is today, throughout several states. I don't know if it's a national holiday, and in the majority of the states, I believe it is. Either or, get your money. But we're going to be reflecting on Martin Luther King today. We got a great show in store. We definitely going to do a poem from W.C. Handy. So if you don't know about him, definitely listen up a little bit. We'll give you more information on his bio as we get ready to drop his poem tonight. And if this is your first time tuning in to Coffee Talk Podcast, as you know, we never begin the show without giving it its flavor as well as its wise words. So tonight we actually have two wise words tonight because we feel good, we feel great. And so we definitely want to, again, applaud and pay homage to our ancestors on this beautiful day. This is what I would call a holiday, not because it was just given and, from someone, but we honor Martin Luther King because he was a great civil rights activist, father, and definitely a messenger. So not just because somebody calls it his day, anyway. But I don't even know why I went on that tangent, but just happy to be here. Listen, today's January 16, 2023. And wherever you are, let me know how you feel today. If you feel real good, go ahead and let me know that. If you feel okay, let me know that. If you are feeling down, then hopefully the flavor tonight can lift you up here at Coffee Talk Podcast, because we definitely want to be a shoulder and an ear whenever you want to talk about anything that pertains to empowerment or needing to be empowered and uplifted. That's what we like to do here on our show. This is a cultural variety podcast show, and Mondays is our cultural studies night. And so cultural studies is such a broad thing. We like to make sure that we are here for our viewers and we giving them the flavor here at Coffee Talk Podcast. So let's go ahead and begin the show. Tonight's flavor is just water. Why water tonight? Well, because water is a cleansing that improves your digestion. It boosts your cognitive functions, and it also increases your energy, and it makes sure that you don't get dehydrated. So right now, it's a new season. I don't like to say it's a new year, really, because new year would be in the springtime, but it's a new season. It's a new year. Not new year, just a new season. Whatever. Stay with me here. I'm stumbling. But you get the point. You're going into this new winter, And you know, you're looking forward to the spring, which is your new year, right? Right. Okay. You know. But listen, however you feel today, go ahead and let us know you're feeling good. If you're feeling real good, put a letter A. If you're feeling okay, if you're feeling great, excellent, put an A, put a B. If you're feeling so, you're all right, you're maintaining, you're going through the motions, put a C. Put a D if you need just a little bit of inspiration today, a little bit of uplift, a little bit of appreciation, a little bit of empowerment, a little bit of just to feel valued. That's what we want to do for you here at Coffee Talk Podcast. And if you're feeling like an F, please get it off your chest. Tell somebody close to you so that they can go ahead and walk you back into the light. You know what I'm saying? Because we definitely value you and we care for all our people. You know what I'm saying? All right. I know I'm rumbling. Might get you up and getting facts though. What a sense of humor. Anyway, yeah, welcome to Coffee Talk Podcast. Hey, check it. So tonight's flavor was water, but tonight's wise words, like I had stated, we have 2 wise words tonight. So the first wise words tonight, before we start our show, is by the great boxer, great humanitarian, just a special person to all of us, Muhammad Ali. His wise words is, he who is not courageous enough to take risk will accomplish nothing in life. Muhammad Ali stated, he who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. Those are the wise words of Muhammad Ali. Also, because I said we got 2 wise words of flavor for y'all tonight. The next wise words is from poet Nikki Giovanni. And Miss Giovanni stated, deal with yourself as an individual worthy of respect and make everyone else deal with you the same way. I'm going to say that one more time. Miss Nikki Giovanni's wise words for tonight here at Coffee Talk Podcast is this: deal with yourself as an individual worthy of respect and make everyone else deal with you the same way. No doubt, because if you don't respect yourself, nobody else will. You have to give off that energy, that light, that posture, that you are confident, that you feel valued, that you respect yourself. And so that is a great wise words from Muhammad Ali and Nikki Giovanni. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and give props to this young lady that is so deservingly so. She is a 3-time gold medalist, 4-time WNBA champion with my home state, Minnesota Lynx. And give me just 1 second. This woman is one of the greatest collegiate, female basketball players in the history of the game. Top 20 easy. Some consider top 5, top 10. But we want to celebrate this player because she is getting bronzed on her former campus, meaning that they are creating a statue of her because she was that bad in the game of basketball. And she's a great person in the game of life. But tonight we want to go ahead and honor LSU, Louisiana State Tigers, greatest female basketball player and one of its greatest athletes, SEIMONE Augustus. Simone Augustus, Simone Delicia Augustus, perhaps one of the greatest basketball players in LSU history. She was born April 30th, 1984. As I was doing my research, it made me smile because my children share that same birthday. Not the year, of course. But Simone Augustus was born April 30th, 1984 out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And at LSU, she put up a career high of 2,702 points. She's a three-time gold medal winner for the Olympic team in the year of 2008, 2012, and 2016. Simone Augustus played 15-year career with the Minnesota Lynx. She won 4 championships, as well as a finals MVP in 2011. She played at LSU from 2002 to 2006. And my correction, she played for the Lynx from 2006 to 2019. She was a first-round pick. At LSU in the year of 2002 and 2003, as a freshman, she averaged 14.8 points a game. Her sophomore year at LSU, her numbers increased to 19.4 points a game. Her junior year, 2004 and 2005, she continued on that pace. She averaged 20.1 points a game. And in her senior year at LSU, 2005 and 2006, Simone Delicia Augustus averaged 22 points, 22.7 points a game. She's a legend. She's a champion. She's an Olympic winner. And so here at Coffee Talk Podcast, we want to pay our respects because that's what we do on this show. We are the new media, and we pay homage to our athletes, our doctors, our lawyers, our scholars, our poets. This is the flavor that we love to give y'all. And that's why we enjoy and appreciate that you continue to tune in. On January 15th, yesterday, LSU Tigers revealed Simone Augustus' statue on the campus. She becomes the first female to be emblazed as a statue on the campus. Also, she's one of 4 athletes to have statues on the University of LSU. She joins, I should say, Bob Pettit, Shaquille O'Neal, Pistol Pete Maravich, and now Simone Augustus, also the first female to join those other 3 gentlemen. So today here at Coffee Talk Podcast, we just want to go ahead and tip our hats and salute one of our owns here out of the Twin Cities, Simone Augustus. She represented here in the Twin Cities, winning 4 championships with the Minnesota Lynx. She is one of our daughters of the state, one of our darlings, like they used to say back in the days. But she's one of our children, and we definitely got her back here in the Twin Cities, man. So that's why we wanted to just go ahead and really just pay respects and homage to the Queen. So peace and respect. Coffee Talk Podcast. We love you. We value you. We appreciate the inspiration that you've set forth for young ladies and young men that want to get in the game of basketball. Also, just how you continue to inspire on and off the basketball court. So that we definitely want to just send a big shout out to you, Simone Augustus, Peace Queen, and thank you for being you. All right, so if you just tuning in to Coffee Talk Podcast, we did a poem or one of the wise words earlier. Again, it was from Nikki Giovanni. And I just wanted to go over the poem one more time. I didn't get to put Nikki Giovanni's picture up on the screen, as you can see now in the bottom right corner right there. And that's one of her years in college. But again, the wise words from her was, deal with yourself as an individual worthy of respect and make everyone else deal with you the same way. That's Nikki Giovanni. If you want to see any other images of her, you definitely can go to Google Images and see the beautiful queen, mother queen, I should say, because she's definitely an elder. All right. Now, we're going to go ahead and talk about Martin Luther King Jr. And we're open for questions. We want to hear your thoughts on Martin Luther King, what he meant to you. How did he inspire you? That's what we want to do today. Give me a second because my eye is itching. Somebody is saying, your eye itching? That means somebody done seen some gold that's for you across the land. You know what I mean? They always got some type of, my hand is itching, I'm going to get rich. Money's coming because my hand is itching. All this crazy stuff. That's crazy. But let's go ahead and dive right into Martin Luther King Jr. and born in Atlanta, Georgia. And I want to read this. Martin Luther King Jr. It was 1955. A group of Black people gathered in a local church in Montgomery, Alabama. Many were angry because Rosa Parks had been arrested for refusing to give her bus seat to a white man. They wanted to do something about the discrimination that they faced in Montgomery. A young minister was chosen as their leader. His name was Martin Luther King Jr. Martin was the son of a minister, so many people assumed he would become a minister too. Young Martin was an excellent student. He studied hard, but he enjoyed it because he loved to learn. In 1948, Martin graduated from Morehouse College. He was only 19. 3 years later, he received his bachelor's in divinity degree from Crozier Theological Seminary, Boston University, which awarded him his doctorate degree in 1955. Martin was 25 when he was chosen to become the pastor of Dexter Avenue Baptist Church in Montgomery. He quickly impressed church members with his speaking and organizational abilities. His stirring sermons drew people from all over the city. Many of the people assembled knew this was the man to lead them. The bus boycott that Martin led ended segregated seating on Montgomery public buses, but he did not stop there. Martin headed a long struggle of equal justice in America. He helped win many rights that all Americans now enjoy. Just 30 years ago, in many American cities, Black people couldn't vote. They could not drink from the same water fountain or use the same restroom as white people. Black children could not go to the same schools that white children attended. Martin helped to end all these injustices. It wasn't easy. Thousands of people went to jail. Many were beaten and killed. But Martin didn't believe in violence. He used peaceful methods of protest, such as sit-ins, marches, and boycotts. In 1963, he led the historic March on Washington, where he gave his famous "I Have a Dream" speech. A year later, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. And in 1986, a national holiday was declared to honor this great American. The people assembled in 1955 couldn't have known how great Martin would become. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee on April 4th, 1968. Your schools will teach you that it was James Earl Ray. But as you start to study Martin Luther King and you start to do the knowledge on his history, meaning you start to learn a little bit more about him that's not taught in your school systems, you may find that it was somebody other than James Earl Ray. Perhaps a doctor. He was only 39 years old, but he did as much as anyone could to secure equality and justice for all Americans. That's Martin Luther King Jr. And part of the part that stood out just in that little bio is how Martin wanted to integrate. He wanted our children to go to their schools and use the same restrooms, and he fought for equality. But Martin Luther King also said that he believes he led us into a burning house. Integration may have led us into a burning house. What's your thoughts on that? Go ahead and leave your comments. How are you inspired by Martin Luther King? What will you remember about him? Is there anything that you learned from him that you apply today in your everyday events, everyday life? Let us know. Did you celebrate his holiday today? What did you do? Did the family go out to eat? Did you talk to your children about the great Martin Luther King? Did you go buy a kid's book? The bio that I was actually reading is a children's book. And I did that because on this holiday today, we want to reach our children. We want to reach the babies so they know who our people are, our proud, valued males, and the contributions that we led as leaders, teachers. Today's story was read out of this book here called A Book of Black Heroes from A to Z from Afro Bets. I encourage you to get books like this that will give you the stories of some of our heroes, and you continue to share them with your grandchildren, your children, your young adults. When you're at home, before you watch a movie, start talking to one another about your heroes. And that's why we have this show, Coffee Talk Podcast, so that we can continue to bring the flavor, continue to honor our people. So if you enjoyed the show tonight, definitely go ahead and hit the like button. Share the video. Even if you don't like it, hit the like button and tell me you hated it. But definitely hit the like button, share the video, and definitely subscribe to Coffee Talk Podcast, the cultural variety podcast show. This has been a great evening, and I would just like to thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to hit you with the universal peace sign, and we out of here. Coffee Talk Podcast, the cultural variety podcast show. Peace.